This incident happened during a crew layover in Bangkok. After a long flight, a cabin crew member checked into her hotel room for the night. Feeling hungry, she had stopped by a local food stall earlier and bought some takeaway food for dinner. Back in her room, she placed the food container neatly on a table near the wall. The room was quiet. The air conditioning hummed softly in the background. After taking a shower, she lay comfortably on the bed and began scrolling through her phone. She was completely absorbed in reading messages and browsing social media. Then, without warning, a loud crash shattered the silence. Startled, she looked up. What she saw made her blood run cold. The food container she had placed on the table was no longer there. Instead, it had struck the wall with tremendous force. Food was splattered across the wall and scattered onto the floor. For several seconds, she simply stared in disbelief. The container had not fallen. It had been thrown. The distance between the table and the wall made that very clear. Her mind raced for an explanation. Perhaps the table had been unstable. Perhaps she had accidentally placed the container too close to the edge. But deep down, she knew neither explanation made sense. The impact had been too powerful. As though someone had picked up the container and hurled it across the room. A chill swept through her. The room suddenly felt different, uncomfortable, as though she was no longer alone. Panicking, she grabbed her room key and phone. Without bothering to clean up the mess, she rushed out of the room and headed straight to the lobby. The hotel staff later accompanied her back to inspect the room. Nothing else appeared unusual. The windows were closed. The air conditioning was functioning normally. There was no sign of anyone entering the room. Yet the food remained splattered across the wall exactly where it had landed. The crew members spent the rest of the night in another room. To this day, she cannot explain how her dinner left the table and flew across the room on its own. But whenever Bangkok layovers are discussed among crew members, she remembers the night her meals seemed to have been thrown by an unseen hand.